Hello, my dear friends. How are you all? I hope you're doing good. This is your friend Jagjit. The Jay के नाम से जाने जाने वाला Jay is my nickname. My dear friends, today I'm here to speak with you something very important, which is our guardian angel and Panchamesh. Panchamesh is known in Hindi and guardian angel in English. Now, what we are going to recite today again back is we are going to revise how to read a North Indian chart, which is very important. If you haven't seen my earlier chapters, you can revise it now. This one will be a little bit faster than the earlier one. And today there is a big construction going on around here. So just you will have to adjust with lot of voice coming in the background. Now, coming to the Panchamesh. Panchamesh is basically your guardian angel. It is angel which is exactly there for you always, 24/7, 365 and quarter, leap years included. Dear friends, this is an angel. This is always there with you, where you can say this is your guardian angel, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Let's say you don't want to wear a stone, you don't want to wear any other alloy on you, you don't want to wear silver, you don't want to wear anything else. What can protect you? What can protect you? Your ascendant, the lord of your ascendant, and your guardian angel. In Indian astrology, this is also called Panchamesh, and if you know very well that 159 are the trines everybody has considered to be uh, very auspicious in Indian astrology. Likewise, 2, 6, 8, and 12, they are not considered to be so auspicious, but the very fearful deed is 6, 8, and 12. Likewise, we have trine of 159, we have a trine of 12, 6, and 8 also. Now, dear friends, coming to the topic of today, which is basically the Panchamesh, you can see over here I have written Lagna, which is the ascendant, and Panchamesh, which is the guardian angel. Uh, Dear friends, I don't have many equipments. I cannot keep on changing the video. So, likewise, I will be doing editing and I will be putting it. So, what you see right now over here is a blank thing. But what you will see over here is 1 I have written in red, 5 I have written in red. Only the numbers over here are going to change. Now, the rest of the numbers are written according to the Aries ascendant, the Mesh ascendant. We are going to talk about this in uh, different ascendant. So this number will keep on changing, but the only thing that you have to take care of very deeply is when I'm saying ascendant over here, the lord of the ascendant is over here, which is going to change. The number over here and here makes a big difference. And there is another something which is very deep I want to share with you. Not many people in astrology, considering my gurus and a lot of the people I've heard with, they don't consider the fifth aspect of any sign. But I do consider, whenever I take a reading, I do consider the fifth aspect of the sign, and that is the main secret. I know a lot of you have been in touch with me also, and you have subscribed to my channel. I've asked you to subscribe to my channel to grow the word of knowledge, and I don't charge. Everybody knows about this right now, that I don't charge for my predictions, and I give limited predictions as well. So another thing, what I was saying is, I always consider the fifth aspect of this is my secret, and I am openly giving it to everybody. I consider always the fifth aspect, the drishti, the pancham drishti of each planet, which brings my many 90% of the time my predictions always go correct because of the pancham drishti. I take into the consideration the pancham drishti. And today we are talking about the Panchamesh, the guardian angel. Dear friends, this was a big secret I wanted to share with you, and today is a good day. Again, you will see a big truck passing by, construction truck passing by. There are two actually coming around. Now, why Panchamesh? Why it was taken a Panchamesh? This is a deep knowledge which is yet to be explored by me also. And what we see over here is, now currently what I'm looking over here is an Aries ascendant, Mesh ascendant, Aries ascendant. For an Aries ascendant, the Panchamesh over here, you will see 1 over here right now, and you will see 5 over here right now. So for an Aries ascendant, the fifth lord, the lord of the fifth sign, becomes the Panchamesh. So your guardian angel is Surya Dev or Sun. So Bij Mantra of Sun becomes your Mool Mantra, that if you recite and you don't want to wear any stones, you don't want to wear anything else, this mantra will help you always in your life. 45 days of chanting in 1 hour a day will make a very, very, very big difference. I am going to put another video for the mantras. For the mantra, I'm going to put another video. I'm not putting in this because this already will become a very long video. For the mantra, I'm putting another video. I am going to put a horror chart with it, the time and when you have to recite it. Today we are contented to the topic of Panchamesh. So again coming back, where you see 1 over here, you see 5 over here. The ascendant is Aries or Mesh in Hindi, and the Lagna Lord is Mars over here. We are not going to talk about the Lagna Lord anymore. We are going to talk about the Panchamesh. The Panchamesh is the main important thing we are going to cover up today. So your Panchamesh becomes over here is Sun, and your Lagna Lord. Okay, let us take both of them. Your Lagna Lord is Mars, and your Panchamesh is Sun. So the Bij Mantra of Sun will always help you. Now, what you see in the first box is number 6, and what you see over here is number 2, and what you see over here is number 6. So your guardian angel becomes Buddha, Mercury. So the Bij Mantra of Mercury is going to help you a lot. And over here now you can see 3, number 3. So your before it was Taurus ascendant, number 2 was Taurus ascendant, number 3 is a Gemini ascendant. For a Gemini ascendant, what you will see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over here. So 7 is basically Shukra, Venus. Your guardian angel is Venus over here. The Bij Mantra of Venus is going to help you a lot in your life, in your prosperity, in everything. And also another thing which I'm going to tell to you is uh, another important thing which I'm sharing with you is any planet sits over here also plays an important role in your life. Any planet that sits over here plays a very important role in your life. Okay, now coming to the ascendant, which is Cancer. When you will see over here 4, that means in Indian astrology, your sign is Cancer, and over here, what you will see is return 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it becomes Mars. Your Panchamesh becomes Mars, Mangal. If you chant the mantra of Mangal, it will give you prosperity. Now over here, it is a Leo ascendant. For the Leo ascendant, you will see 5 over here, 6, 7, 8, and over here you will see 9. 9 is Jupiter. So if you chant the Beej mantra of Jupiter, it will always help you. If you chant the Beej mantra of Jupiter, it will always help you. Please stay connected to the end of the video because this is not the end of it. If you're getting your ascendants and your Ishtadev or your Panchamesh, please don't cut from here. Please stay until the end. I'm going to speak something else also. Now we are talking about here is a Virgo. You will see 6 over here. When you will see 6 over here, you will see 10 over here. So your Panchamesh becomes Saturn. Libra, you'll see 7 over here, and when you see 7, you see 11 over here. Again, your Panchamesh, your Ishtadev is Saturn. When you see Scorpio over here, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, your Ishtadev or your Panchamesh is, your guardian angel is Jupiter, Guru. When you will see 9 over here, it is Sagittarius, the Dhanu Rashi. Your Lagna is Sagittarius. When you will see 9 over there, you will see 1 over here, which is basically your Panchamesh is Mars, Mangal. Now, when you will see 10 over here, Makar Lagna, you will see Venus over here. It will be 2. When you will see Aquarius, 11 over here, 12, 1, 2, 3, it is Mercury. Again, Buddha. Now, the last but not the least, the Pisces. It holds a very big importance. Now, Pisces, when you see over here, is Jupiter. When you will see 12 over here, Jupiter, you will see Moon over here, which is Chandra. Now, Pisces, for Pisces, the guardian angel is 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, Chandra, Moon. A big building is coming up. A big building, very big building is coming up. And now, again, coming back over here is whatever you saw over here is I gave you the Panchamesh, the guardian angel, the Ishtadev. Now, what I'm saying is if you are Hindu, if you are a Hindu and if you are ready to recite, or even if you're not Hindu, you're ready to recite now for Jupiter. Now you've got your guardian angels, you've got your guardian angels over here, and if you are okay, you can recite for Sun and Jupiter, Sri Lakshmi Narayan Vishnu Sahasra now. For Venus, Mahalakshmi, For Shani, it is against Shani Dev only. For Mars, it is Hanuman. For Moon, it is also Shiva. And for Mercury, it is Ganesh. So, apart from the ones that I told you, the Panchamesh and the guardian angel, the Ishtadev, you can also recite for Jupiter uh, the prayers for Lord Vishnu, the prayers for Mahalakshmi Venus, Hanumanji for Mars, Saturn for Shani, and Shivaji or Lord Shiva for Moon, and Shri Ganesh, the son of Lord Shiva, for Mercury. So, dear friends, coming to the end of this video, I hope you like this video. There was a lot of disturbance, but still I did my best to give you the Panchamesh. And next topic, what we are coming up is for the last video that I have posted, why it is important to know the debilitated planets and exalted planets. It is very, very important to know. Although it is a topic of controversy, I'll try to scientifically or mathematically and logic of astrology wise, I'll try to put in my next video, which is why the debilitated planet and exalted planets are very, very important. Now, I'm talking about two or three people whom I know personally. Uh, I have seen Moon in the Taurus, which is exalted, and they do miraculously well. One, I know a social figure, but again, those two I don't know or I've got through the neck their Janam Patris, or one is Lord Krishna, and the another one, surprisingly, it is Sanju Baba. They have Moon exalted in the sign of Taurus. The only difference is Taurus is over here in Sri Krishna and Taurus is over here in Sanju Baba. But still, the Moon is exalted and they have done miraculously well. They have, you can say, a very good power control over Venus, which is, of course, when you know over here, it is the speech वो अपनी वाणी से सबको मोह लेते हैं. They just can do miraculous things with their speech. Now, again, coming to the end of this video, next video will be on the Panchamesh, uh, on the exalted and the debilitated planets. So, dear friends, logically understanding why it is exalted and why it is debilitated. Now, when I'm coming to the end of this video, I will speak again about counting of the planets. It is basically the anti-clockwise, and wherever you see R written against the planet, it is retrograde planet, Vakri in Hindi. They don't go this way. The other planets move this way, but those planets they move like this. There is only two planets. They never go directional. They never go directional like this. That is Rahu and Ketu. They are always anti-directional according to the Hindu astrology. And Surya and Chandra, they never go Vakri. They will never go Vakri because they have to come to an eclipse with Rahu and Ketu. If they go together with Rahu and Ketu, logically understanding, there is eclipse of sun, there is eclipse of moon. logically understanding Rahu and Ketu, if they move this way and Sun and Moon also moves this way, the eclipse to uh, take place will take a long time. But according to the mathematics that we have got and according to the things that we calculate, we always take Surya and Chandra going clockwise. This is clockwise in Hindu astrology, and Rahu and Ketu always they go anti-clockwise. Apart from that, we have got the now this was Chaya Grahas and Upagrahas, which was earlier mentioned in my video. Apart from that, we have
Five
Sun,
planets: Venus, Saturn,
Jupiter,
Mercury,
Venus,
Jupiter, and
Saturn,
Mars.
Mercury.
Venus,
Sun,
Saturn,
Venus,
Mercury,
Jupiter,
Jupiter, and Mars.
Saturn, and Mercury. They can be retrogrades. They can go Vakari. So they can move clockwise or they can move anti-clockwise depending on the position when we observe the planet according to the place and the time of birth. There is also a subject which is called combust. What is combust? Combust is basically something that gives away everything to sun when it comes close to the sun. Sun takes away all the energy from that planet and sun becomes more dominant in your chart, in anybody chart who is having combust Mercury, combust Saturn, combust anything that comes close to the sun. So, dear friends, now in this video we have completed lot many topics: how to understand, how to read your kundli, uh, how to know your Ishtadev, what are the substitutes of Ishtadev in Hindu mythology, or what are the substitute gods of Ishtadev other than the beach mantras, and what are the retrogrades, and what are the combust. Another thing, I try to analyze the Kundli of Sanju Baba also, and what my next topic is coming is why we have to take the debilitated planets and why we have to take the planets which are exalted. There is a deeper science in it. I have tried to analyze, I have tried to uh, search for this for a long time. Actually, initially when I started, I was anti to this, but really when I started doing my readings, when I started putting the exalted and debilitated, my results started becoming more stronger. So, dear friends, please don't miss out that thing. Please logically understand why exalted and why debilitated. I hope you have liked this video. And once again, thank you for being with me. Thank you for sharing the word of knowledge. And I hope you will enjoy and you will share the knowledge and you will give it to the people who really require. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, my friends.